Okay, today is May the 12th, 2016, and we're watching the East Pacific water vapor loop. We're watching a few storms being blown apart right here and over here. All three of these are being attacked. Also, we see some water vapor left over from a previous attack on a thunderstorm. This is a residual steam and water vapor. We always see this nearby anytime this type of activity is going on. Now, right now at 9 o'clock a.m. in the foothills of Los Angeles, we have a temperature of 69 degrees. The relative humidity is 37%. The dew point is 56 degrees. And the barometer is reading 30.01 inches right now. All right, so I wanted to get this video up online because of the detail that's being shown in the visible light mode. First of all, we can see that right here in this corner we have a blast wave and a blast pattern. This storm is being attacked, and we can see the diminishment. It just goes from a magenta, a pink color to, it dissipates down into this blue area down here. And also over here we have these storms are being hit too. We're going to take a look at the infrared map next. And we can see this corner being blown out right there. Let's just stop this and we'll roll through slowly. Right there. And we see a blast wave right here, right along there. Right here, you see that splash pattern, that blast shooting out to the north west. So that's what we're looking at. And we can see that pattern all the way around here in this particular frame. So they are targeting these today, and they're not using quite as much power because usually we see a huge blast pattern. It looks like a drop of paint hitting if you drop a drop of paint on a piece of paper, it'll leaves a very similar type of a pattern of what we're seeing here. So that's what we're looking for. Let's look at this now in the visible light mode. We see some pretty good detail. We'll go ahead and stop this and roll through it. Now we can see these overlays. They are hiding their work. They're trying to hide their work. So we see the overlays, but as the daytime to nighttime to daytime shifts, we see these dimples right here and all through. There's one there, and a couple right here. Now also over here, there's a big crater right there that was hit right before the day to night, or rather the night to day transition took place. But right here where the pin is, we see that crater developing, and it expands out right there, and then it gets bigger the next frame, and so forth. So let's just let's go ahead and roll this again and run it. And we can see the shock wave right here. There's a semicircular shock wave that moves out to the north right there. I'll go ahead and stop this again. Okay, so right here, right there is where you see that hit right there. There's a big dimple where the microwave hits. This could be laser as well. Lasers are fully capable of heating water vapor. Microwaves can do the work as well. Specific frequencies can excite the oxygen molecules in the water vapor as well as the water molecule itself. The oxygen atoms, pardon me. The specific frequencies in the microwave band can excite oxygen atoms. And so this can be done either way, probably, and this is what we're seeing. At any rate, these are being superheated, and that's the only thing that could cause these types of blast patterns and these shock waves that we're seeing on the satellite. There's that shock wave right there. And right here we have a semicircular wave moving out to the north. And we see the dimples right here. These are being hit multiple times. They are hit a couple of different times in different areas. So if we just roll this again, we can see that sequence. And here we see a couple of craters developing right here and here. And of course we can see the overlays. There are fluorescent overlays over each of these to hide some of the work. If you go back to the infrared loop, we can see the color change. After these are hit and superheated, the intensity diminishes because these this weakens the storm. This is what they're trying to do, is they're trying to weaken and kill these off before they generate into disturbances and then into storms and into hurricanes. And all the hurricanes develop right down in this area pretty much. This is the warmest water in the East Pacific. This is about 88.5 degrees, maybe even warmer than that. Okay, now here's the water vapor loop again. We can see that corner being blown out in this blast pattern. And also right here, this is a good example down here. Take a look right here. The bottom of that is being heated. We can see that. That's where we were watching those craters expanding out. All right. Okay, let's look at the local situation. We have the Northeast Pacific water vapor loop. This is pretty much a carbon copy of what we saw last night, except for these thunderstorms down here. This is still spinning, moving, inching its way towards the west coast. We have the same pattern here, and this series of thunderstorms are moving right towards the Hawaiian Islands. And then also we have what looks like some severe thunderstorms moving to the east, on the eastern side of the country there. So the eastern half of the country is getting some severe weather. And we can see the transmitter is right on top of that system, shielding it from this flow here. This is a jet stream flow, partial jet stream flow. But this area here, this is like an electronic wall. This is separating this moisture field from feeding that core, that vortex. That's the mission there. We can see here in the infrared loop what's happening. There's a big separation right here where that transmitter is doing its work. All right, so that's pretty much the summary for this morning, May 12th. We have a lot of chemtrail activity. Look at this. These trails are several hundred miles long right here. So they're busy offshore today. Right now in Los Angeles, I don't see any chemtrails in the skies. Right now, that doesn't mean that we won't see them later, but everything is being done offshore right now. We can see that here in this map. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Here is a tropical wide view shot of the entire East and Central Pacific. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on this band of thunderstorms and see what develops over Hawaii. There is a little bit of rain on the radar showing up in Hawaii, so we'll see what happens later today. All right, that's it, and we'll do another one later.